Sana. This is Morning Cafe Musical Stanley Nyiringita. It's a Friday and a Feel Good Friday coming your way later on. Right now, though, we discuss something that really touches many Kenyans, land and the whole land investment. It reaches a point in life that you start having this conversation, but then you wonder, how do you get into this kind of a space? And today we're joined by a gentleman who actually understands this bit for many years on end, the CEO of Optiven Limited, Dr. George Washuri. Karibu sana.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And good to have you. So even before we really begin, the whole matters of land investments, someone is maybe seeing Optiven even for the first time, they may be seeing you for the first time. Quick intro of who is Dr. Washuri and what Optiven does.
Well, fantastic. I'm so happy to be here this morning. And yes, my name is Dr. George Washuri, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a philanthropist. I'm also an author. I've authored 3 books, and these books, I use them for mentorship. And Optiven has been there for the last 24 years. By the grace of God, we'll be celebrating 25 years by August this year, and we are very thankful. And we say that our job is to be the champions of socio-economic transformation. Actually, we say that we don't sell plots, we don't sell land. Our business is to empower people economically and socially. And as I say, socially, we run a foundation whereby we support the less fortunate. We have a scholarship program for our students. We have big programs for the girls and also a program for senior citizens. So Optiven is actually a movement. It's not a company, it's a movement to ensure that we are adding value to the communities, not only here in Kenya, but across the world. And I'm happy that by the grace of God, we're able to provide many opportunities for our people. Right now, we are about 600 employees working for Optiven. So when you partner with Optiven, you're not only partnering to buy land, you are partnering with an organization that will literally transform communities and societies. And I'm happy that recently we introduced our Optiven Football Club, and we have been going out there to encourage young people. There are issues of mental health, and I'm happy that Optiven is a very interesting organization. And those who are seeing us for the first time, Optiven means optimizing ventures. We believe that whatever we touch must prosper. The people we touch must also prosper. And that's why I'm so happy to partner with the TV47.
Right.
You must also thrive.
Most definitely. And the last time we were having a conversation, and just to even apprise a viewer who's watching us for the first time, I think that was around maybe 2 months ago.
Yes.
Thereabout. And you had mentioned that you're going to be traveling to the United States of America to look for more to interact with Kenyans, first of all, to tell them about the land opportunities even in Kenya, as well as even in the US. So this is a whole move that Optiven, it's a new venture actually.
Yes.
Is it uncharted waters even for Optiven, getting into different parts, not only even in US, even in different African countries, just talking to the people who are there, maybe who are Kenyans, who are also not Kenyans, and telling them, hey, in Kenya, kuna hii shamba iko hapa.
Actually, what we are saying is that if you look at Optiven and you look at the real estate industry, it's basically a virgin market. That's why I say that we don't have competition. We can only compete with ourselves. And for us at Optiven, we say that by the year 2041, we must be in 20 African countries doing real estate. We are targeting countries like Congo, countries like Rwanda, and also even in the US, because if you look at the US, there are 300 million people, and these people, they are always investing in real estate. I'm happy that we are now registered officially in the US under Optiven Incorporation. So we are eyeing our eyes to do business in the US, and there is an encouragement to many Kenyan companies that when you do business in Kenya, don't only focus in Kenya, focus across the globe, because now the world is very small. Actually, the world is on our phone. You can be able to get opportunities out there. And let me take this opportunity, because I know there are many diaspora people who are watching this program, to say thank you to them. We went to Arizona. We met a lot of Kenyans. We are in Seattle. We met a lot of Kenyans. We are in Dallas, Texas. We were in Boston. And all these Kenyans that support Optiven movement, I want to say thank you so much for supporting us. And I'm happy to say that the majority of them have been able to invest with Optiven. And we are now building for them, because Optiven, we only used to do land. But now we have a company registered to do houses for our customers. If you bought a property maybe 20 years ago with Optiven, we can be able to, you can speak to us, and we can be able to build a house for you. And it's very easy. We are calling it 50-40-10. You pay 50%, you do the structure. You pay 40%, we finish. You pay 10%, we hand over the key. And it's so easy, because you are sure that Optiven, the quality of work is epic. And we have hired the best of the best. You know, Kenya, they're very good, competent people. So if you are there, maybe you bought a property with Optiven 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and you're wondering, nani atanijengea? Optiven is now here for you. We can be able to walk the journey with you, and we even have people who are financing. If you want to be financed, the same construction, you can be financed. Right now, we are only doing houses in our own projects, because in the past 24 years, we have done over 100 projects. So we are now developing, massaging the customers who trusted Optiven first when we were very small, and now we have grown, become a bigger brand. Maybe by the grace of God, another 3, 4, 5 years, we are now going to build other sites. And I'm happy that Optiven is a real deal.
All right. You mentioned the 50-40-10, and someone who's watching, it probably sound like the lipa kidogo kidogo kwanza. And this really, it's like you're talking to the young generation, the Gen Z. Because right now, sisi kama Gen Z, would really want our voices to be heard. And when we hear land investment, it seems as if in most instances, we are left out, because this is a generation that they're employed, or what if they're actually employed, self-employed, or employed somewhere else. They do not have the capital at the moment to even invest in land. Does Optiven take care of such a generation, our generation?
Well, thank you so much. Actually, you are reading my heart, because personally, I have passion for the youth. And one of the things that we have done is that we have a project we call mentorship plots. Mentorship plots. That means we mentor young people to start investing now. It's like a mentorship. And these properties, we are selling a plot or a property that is value added only $1,000. It's about $129,000. And to make the deal even sweeter, so once you buy this particular property, we're able to pay for you the transport to where the property is. We pay for you the air ticket. Some of the young people have never want to explore out there. So we pay for you the air ticket, take you to Malindi, take you for a Malindi tour. After the tour, we talk to you the importance of investing in land. Remember, even in the Bible, Abraham refused to be given plot. Akanunua. Abraham bought a plot. So we are talking to this Gen Z that they can be able to invest more. And maybe you say, George, I don't have that 129,000. You can combine 2 people. If you combine 2 people, that means 60,000 per person. If you don't have the 2 people, you can combine 4 people and own this property together. That means with about 20,000, you can have a property with Optiven. And what more? These young people, we are telling them, once you buy, you pay 129,000. We pay for you the legal fees, we pay for you the taxes, everything else, and your property is there. The only thing I do for me as George Washiri is to deliver the title to you. And let me tell you, young people are coming to Optiven. Our offices every day, they are coming to say, hey, Washiri, can I buy a property with you? And we are in Absa Plaza, Loiter Street, 2nd floor. And if you are there, a young person, and you've been wondering, can I have my own property? Now, Optiven, we have mentorship plots. And we can give you permission to pay Malipo ya Polepole. You can pay 6 months, you can pay 8 months, you can pay within 1 year. And once you start, what happens? We educate you the importance of investing in real estate. Who knows? Maybe these young people, they are the future George Washiris. Actually, they are. So we must mentor them. Now we are calling it mentorship plots.
Sisi tulisema tunaacha kuitwa future leaders with the current leaders. But anyway, so what's the size of the plot, first of all? And as well, I have dedicated, I have looked for someone else, and Tukasema was splitting 60,000, and it's about, the frequency is 8 months. And then it reaches maybe the 5th or 6th month, and I cannot continue paying. What happens in such a scenario? What
you do is that when there are challenges, we give them more time. You know, you tell me, okay, maybe you have a challenge a month or 2. We'll allow you to take a break a month or 2. Then you tell us, maybe the 3rd or 4th month, I'm going to come back. And this property we are selling to young people, you can buy an acre, you can buy a quarter, you can buy a half. There are even some who are coming as a group, you know, as a big group, and they are buying even 10 acres. And I'm happy that young people may think they don't invest, but let me confirm here, because I'm dealing with them. They really invest. I even have a mentorship program for them, and I encourage them to keep investing. And not only in land, I also teach them on how to invest in business startups. You know, I met quite a number of them that are doing their own businesses, and they are making money. By the way, people think young people don't make money. They make a lot of money. There are even some who come and say, hey, George, I don't want this small one. Me, I want 3 acres. We have a project in Anyuki whereby a group came for very young people, and they said, George, we want to buy 10 acres to do our own homes. Right now, we are processing a loan facility for them. They are applying for 40 million shillings to do their own houses. Some of them are engineers, some are architects. That means matters skills. They are developing skills for themselves. They're going to build for themselves. So these people have got massive potential. We only need to nurture it, and I'm happy that they are go-getters, I would say so.
Right, fantastic. Let's stick around with the coastal region for a bit. You talk about Malindi. So far in a year, there is the new project that you guys have, Ocean Ridge View in Vipingo. When you take a look at the coastal region,
yes,
mostly, they are hectares and hectares of land. And mostly, it is not actually Kenyans who own these lands, they're foreigners. And well, Optiven is coming on board and telling, even as a Kenyan, you can actually be part of this. First of all, what is the thinking behind going to some of these uncharted waters like Vipingo, the coastal region? Because mostly we see land investment in places places come on Nanyuki, as you're saying, Thika, where it is close to the Nairobi CBD.
Yes.
So why Vipingo?
Well, first and foremost is that the East African coast is a very popular coastal region, not only to Kenyans, but across Africa. Our property, we are calling Ocean View Ridge Vipingo. We are selling both to Kenyans and non-Kenyans because it's a leasehold property. We did a change of user, and then we have done a master plan. And one thing I discovered that the reason why Italians came to the coastal region is the weather. The weather is epic, it's fantastic. And many Kenyans want to have a holiday home there. They want to do their houses and do Airbnb. And I'm happy to say that this project is very popular because, number one, it's location. You can be able to view the ocean when you're in this project. But one of the reasons why people love the coast, other than the weather, is what the government has done. We now have the standard, we have the railway all the way to Mombasa. They are talking about the dualling of this Nairobi to Mombasa. So it is opening up the coastal region. And then the coastal region, every person is right there. Be it Italians, be it Kenyans, be it Germans, everybody is in the coastal region. And then Mombasa ni pahali ya raha. So we said as Optiven, can we provide our customers with beautiful homes? And for us, it's not only selling plots. We are selling you a plot, we build for you. If you're in the diaspora, we put somebody there for Airbnb, we can manage for you. We are actually offering 360-degree solution, not only land. We are looking at you and say, hey, wait a minute, you put up money in Mombasa, we can do a house for you, we can link you up with the financier, we can manage that house for you. Now the money now comes from your house to your pocket. And that's why the Optiven way of doing business is totally different, because some people sell properties, they disappear. As we stick there with you, and this particular property, Ocean View Ridge Vipingo, we're even doing a clubhouse because we want people to be happier. We are in business of making people happy, not business of selling land. We are in business of making people happy. So we do a clubhouse, we do a swimming pool. Right now, the engineers are there. We are doing perimeter wall for the sake of security, and then we are planting over 3,000 trees within that particular project. That means once you enter into your property, you feel as if you are in a forest, yet there are other neighbors there. And I'm happy to say that the uptake has been amazing, because people know that Nairobi is very busy. Mombasa is a bit slow, so sometimes you want to slow down. You slow down so that you are mentally able. And that's why we are saying that we are offering people the lifestyle of opulence. And if you're there, you're looking on how you can be able to join this lifestyle. You only need to call this number, 0790 300 300. Or you can go to our website, www.optiven.co.ke. And Optiven, we are giving you 24 years experience. So you're not guessing. You're not saying my money is going to get lost. Apana, you cannot lose your money with Optiven. For 24 years. We go our neck up high, our head high, because we don't fear anybody, because nobody has ever lost money with Optiven. And that's why I tell people that if you're looking for a company to trust, a company to partner with, don't look any further. It's Optiven. If you look at the number of awards you have gotten, both here in Kenya and outside, it is a testimony that one can do land in another manner. Of course, we have our own challenges. And when you have our own challenges, we don't take these challenges to the customer. We absorb the challenges. We absorb the losses. Of course, you're aware of one time we did a partnership that was awful, was bad, it was terrible. And we lost a lot of money. We lost $2 million. Yet, that money was paid by the customers. And we were able to refund every single customer back their money. It's about 200 million. Of course, we don't have that money. We went to the bank, borrowed the working capital, and they paid back people their money. And I wrote a book called After the Pledge. Maybe you have read it.
Oh, yes.
And if you have not read it, it's available on Amazon. You can go to Amazon and just check Dr. George Washuri, After the Pledge. And this is a book every entrepreneur must read. You know why they must read? Business about making mistakes. And when you make mistakes, please own up. Don't disappear. Don't switch off the phone. Tell people, I have goofed. Once you have goofed, make good. Don't run away with people's money. That's what at Optiven we did. This is not the first mess. We have messed elsewhere, but we are always pay back customers' money to ensure that we lose, customer does not lose, and that's Optiven for you, optimizing ventures. So if you are there looking for where do I invest, come to Nanyuki. We have projects in Nanyuki, Great Oasis in Nanyuki. With only 399,000, you have a property in Nanyuki. And this property is not just land. We have done the roads, the water tower, electric fence. It is ready to build. You're looking for Nakuru. We have a beautiful, beautiful property in Nakuru. It's called the Ushidi Gardens. Only 18 minutes from Nakuru city. Only 1.2 kilometers from the tarmac. That property, you have done the water, done the roads, planted 3,000 trees, and you also given a place for place of worship and their common areas. And it's also ready to build. I'm happy that Ushidi Gardens Nakuru, the first customer is building with only 1,095,000. You have a property there, and then we pay for you the fees, the taxes, and everything else. And then once you build there, we can also build for you. We can manage for you. So if you're looking something in Nakuru city, Optiven have you covered. Look at the Gong. Now people are going to Gong in Kimuka. Kimuka, you have an amazing, amazing project right there with only 1.899 million. You have a property that is ready to build. Right now we are doing the boho, the roads, the trees, and everything else. We call it value-added plots. It's a 4-star project because for us you have different levels of projects. That's a 4-star project. And with Optiven, we have something for everyone. Go to Nyeri, we have properties in Nyeri. Go to Kitale, Vian's Gardens in Kitale. Can you imagine? Just near Kitale town, you can be able to get a property right there in Kitale. Kisumu, we have properties there. So mention any county. We are in over 30 counties whereby our Kenyan people can come and plug in with Optiven family. And once you come to Optiven, you become part and parcel of the Optiven family. After we sell to you, we don't disappear. We are there asking yourself, do you want any other support? And I'm happy that we are...
So there's full transfer to... the owner.
Exactly, yeah. Of course, once you buy, we pay for you the transfer fees, and then transfer fees to you. Of course, we pay for you the transfer fees, and then we hand over title to you, because we don't sell land that we don't own. First of all, we buy the land, and then we sell to the customers.
So now for the customers, for example, what's the difference? But you get the viewer this morning. The difference between I come as a solo and an individual buyer. I come to you, walk us through that whole process. And then vis-a-vis, I'm coming, or rather a SACCO representing me. So comes on board and then buys this land, which is very common in the country right now. Different SACCOs would buy a huge piece of land and later on subdivide. So is Optiven involved in that subdivision of the land?
What we do is that for us, we target either sell to groups or sell to individuals, and we buy big land. And then once we buy it, of course we verify. We do the due diligence on this particular land. And then once we do the due diligence, some of them we do validation. There are some we don't do a lot of validation.
Okay.
I told you we have 4 levels. We have 5 levels: 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. 5-star, we even do cabro. We do underground power. We do perimeter wall. Right. We do water tower. And then we pipe the water in every plot. That's 5-star. 4-star, we don't do cabro. We do compacted maram roots. We plant the trees. We do water tower. We fence it. And then we subdivide and sell. Then you have 3-star. 3-star, you don't do solar. We do compacted maram roots. We plant the trees. We do the water tower. Then we have 2-star. 2-star, ni shamba tu tunanunua, tuna grade. And then 1-star is for keeping your money. We just do the beacons. And they are the cheapest, between 120,000, 150,000, 200,000. But
for now, before you continue,
yes.
Let's say for example, the 1-star, is it now no restrictions? This can either be a commercial or residential.
In fact, 1-star.
But then for 5-star, because how it is structured, the cabros and everything, it seems as if it is mostly for residential.
Actually,
and not limited to
actually for
commercial.
1-star is the way you go and buy infrastructure board to keep it there. You keep it there for 10 years, 20 years. After 20 years, maybe that property you're buying at $1,000 or $129, it will be maybe 10 million. And that's why we target the young people, because young people, they're not in a hurry to build. You know, you can buy it and keep it there. That's 1-star and 2-star. But now 3-star is ready to build.
Yeah.
People who are willing to build. And the price for 3-star, 4-star and 5-star start from 2 million going up. But 1-star is below $1 million. And we target the young generation because they know they are not in a hurry. Unanunua unaweka, maybe 10 years to come, you dispose it. Like now there's one we are calling Kibalisha Watoto Wetu, whereby we are selling to children. You can buy for your child. Your child could be 1 day or 3 days or 1 month or 1 year. You buy for them. Of course you hold for them. The time they're getting married, instead of giving this child a bed, why can't you give them a title deed? And maybe that title deed will be worth millions, and maybe you bought it at only 129,000. So that's a kind of a transformation that Optiven is doing. You talked about, the other question was what?
The process now.
The process of buying.
For example, hypothetically, I walk into Abzet House today.
Yes.
Ninge kwa ofisi yako to sign papers and all that.
Yes.
So first of all, because there's always the due diligence that even Optiven has to do. Walk us through, first of all, the due diligence that Optiven does and ensures that hii property yenye utakuja kuniuzia, it's okay, totally. Hakuna watu watakuja later on to say that this is my land and all that. First of all, what's the due diligence that happens? And then secondly, now I come to you in your office, what's the process that I'll go through?
Excellent. They call it the DD. One of the things that we do is that, of course, when these agents call for lands to buy land, we have a whole team of legal. We have several lawyers in Optiven, and their job is to ensure that they check who is the owner, how is the owner. We even check the DD for the owner. We check the ID, whether they're the real owners. We pick that title deed. We check with the lands office. We go to the ground and talk to the wazees. You know, the elders will tell you, hey, this shamba is for so and so. And we do all what it takes. And DD can take even a month or 2 months. Some big lands can even take 6 months because you need to be sure that the land is okay. We go to Survey of Kenya to see whether the DD plan is okay. And once we are comfortable, we now engage the owner. Once we get the owner, they give us warranties. In case something happens on that land, they are able to pay us back the damages. And the same warranties we give to our customers. And once we are happy, we put now this property in the market. And for you to come to Optiven to buy, it's very easy. You can either call or you can come to offices, either in Absa Plaza, Nakuru, we are in Go the Life Ball. You can just pop in there. Mombasa, we are in Mutwapa, we have an office there. Malidi, we have an office there. We have an office in Karen. Once you come there and say, George, I want a property with you, we'll give you a copy of the title for you to do a search. There are people who say, I also want the rest guarantee. We can give you that because people need to be very sure. And once you are happy, we take you for the site to have a look. Because once you go to the site, you'll be able to tell, do I love this space? Do I love this area? If you don't love that area, we take you to another area. And once you're happy, now we sign an agreement. Once you sign an agreement, then you tell us, is it cash, is it installments? Once it is installments, we tell you, you pay within 1 year. We usually charge 1% per month. Once you finish paying, you give us 90 days to process the title. From Optiven, now to your name. And after that, you have now possession of your land, and you can tell us, do I want to build? Do I want to keep it a little bit a while I get money? And then we are able to support you if you want to build, because at the end of the day, we don't want just to sell you land to, other than one side and two star, to keep it there. We want to sell you land and also get a house, because you know Kenya today, the demand for houses is very high. We have a shortage of about 220,000 houses for every year. So to cater for this shortage, Optiven is playing a role to support the government through affordable housing to ensure that our people are building. If you come to a project in Kitengela, majority of our customers are building, you know, and that's why you find that people don't take a lot of mortgages. The mortgage uptake is very small. In fact, they say we have less than, we have very few mortgages in Kenya, but the majority of people are building their own homes. People like Optiven, we are supporting these guys to do their own homes, and that's why you find that Kenya is a construction site. Everywhere people are constructing. Go to a project in Nakuru, watu wanajenga. Go to Kitengela, watu wanajenga. Go to Gong, watu wanajenga Nyeri, because people believe that you can buy your own property, do your own home at your own pace, and then you are able to have your own shelter.
Do Kenyans exit the country to invest outside?
Not really. Of course, majority of Kenyans, they love this nation. Of course, people love this nation, not a big percentage. Even those who are outside Kenya, everybody has a dream to have a home in Kenya. That's why you find that for me, I do a lot of diaspora. The other day I was in Australia. I did 5 states in Australia. I was in Perth, I was in Adelaide, I was in Sydney. And every Kenyan I met there, they say, George, we want to come back home and have a home in Kenya, because they say east or west, home is best.
Right. As we wrap it up, your parting shots on what someone really needs to know. If they haven't yet started thinking about, because one of your biggest taglines, even as Optiven, is start investing now. So even that now is really sentimental even for you guys.
Yes.
What do they need to know about starting to invest in land right now? And how do they go about it? Briefly as your parting shot.
I think it's easy. If you are looking to invest in land, just partner with Optiven. Join the Optiven family by calling this number 0790 300 300, 0790 300 300, or pay us a visit to our offices. We can be able to work and work with you. And it is very easy for us, because if you don't have money, you can combine, you can have a group. We can be able to give you malipo ya pole pole. If you want to have this property immediately, we have partners that we partner with. We have banks that are financing our projects. And I want to assure people who are watching us that with Optiven, you cannot lose your money. Your money is safe. And I'm so happy that we have many testimonials. Many people have come to Optiven and they have bought their own properties. Right now, we have about 15,000 people who have bought properties with us. So if you're there, you can check us on our pages, www.optiven.co.ke, or you can follow us on Optiven Limited, or you can follow me, George Washiri. You can follow me there. And other than doing land, we also do a lot of mentorship for business people. I have a mentorship program called Dr. Washiri School of Mentorship. We mentor business people, because at the end of the day, day, the people to create opportunities is entrepreneurs. So I met these entrepreneurs to expand their businesses, not only selling land. And if you are out there, you want to expand. This is one of the manuals that I tell people, you must read this manual, how to start small and build an empire. So we still have a huge opportunity in Kenya and Africa, that Kenya is virgin, Africa is virgin. It's not time to lose hope. It's a time to keep going and build this nation. Hii nchi ni yetu, lazima tuijenge. And Optiven, we are leading from the front.
Most definitely.
Yes.
A question that is not related to land. What is your one music genre that you'd want a DJ to play for you?
The what?
Any music suggestion?
Christian or?
Yeah, whichever.
Okay.
Or DJ will play.
11th hour.
11th hour.
Bayo, I love it.
Sawa.
Yes.
DJ Granite amepata hiyo. And that's just a cue that Feel Good Friday is coming your way. Thank you very much. Doctor, he's recently actually awarded an honorary doctorate. George Washuri, thank you very much. The CEO of Optiven, as well as the chair of Optiven Foundation.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your words. I hope you've learned a thing or two about land investment right here in Kenya. Yo maguta, make sure that you mepatia moja. Coming up, Feel Good Friday with DJ Granite on the 1s and 2s, 3s and 4s, Wheels of Steel. Bansi and I will be making sure that your Feel Good Friday inaanza vizuri and your weekend starts in a very fantastic way. Send in your requests, your music requests. Washure Shaya sema yake, so tuambie yako ni gani. 22047 is our SMS number. 0793-267-279 is our WhatsApp number. We'll be opening our phone call lines later on. 0795-045-864. Tupigie simu tuambie unarausha nani hii asubuhi. Don't go too far. This is Morning Cafe.